up? I'm Tinashe. My album Aquarius is finally available Tuesday, October 7th. I'm so excited.
So I'm here with Tinashe. Day before our album, we get the pleasure of riding around in the car before a crazy day. It's my pleasure. So you have you're in your room, you wake up, you're like, okay, this is the day, or the day before. You have your pump up jams, you got any anthems to get you going in the morning?
I was watching TV today. I was pretty low key this morning, just kind of relaxing. But yeah, I don't know. My favorite pump up jams would probably be No Flex Zone.
Oh yeah, got to.
The little raised trimmered.
We've been with you at DJBooth for a minute. We've been rocking with you for a while.
You.
Probably how has the transition been from first getting on the joints in 2011 to obviously now it's incredible progression.
Yeah.
How's that transition process just from point A to point B?
It's interesting because it always just has seemed like such an uphill march, a steady kind of just pace that I've been going at for a long time. So it's kind of crazy when you look back on it how far I really have come, and it's really surreal and just awesome. But it seemed it was a process. It was a lot of work, it was a lot of dedication, a lot of days and stress, and it's we've come a long way, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, you have kind of relates to your personality. Your sound also comes across very genuine, very just
Thank you.
I feel I know you just from listening to your music. How's that been transitioning from the home studio and making it to RCA Records and going into these huge labs?
Yeah. That was definitely a learning process for me as well. I've worked on the album for 2 years, and I've recorded over 100 songs, so it definitely took a while, I think, to get really comfortable with working with other people with the creative perspective, because I was so used to having that control, and it kind of when I feel I started working with people, they weren't maybe as familiar with who I was and what I was trying to do either, so the songs weren't coming out I didn't feel they were as genuine or as true to me. So it just took a while to just kind of get comfortable and know who I work well with, and work with just a lot of different
producer-wise.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got really comfortable, but I still tried to maintain a lot of that kind of home studio vibe. So there were tracks recorded on the album in the home studio, and a lot of parts of tracks and stuff like that too.
Cool. So it was still feels organic to you. Still feels not too much label involvement.
Exactly. I think there's such a thing as being too clean and being too polished and shiny, and I just I just kind of follow my instincts as far as the music goes, and I just try to put out stuff that I like.
Everything else just comes naturally, right? Do you do most of your recording in LA? Do you go? I know you mentioned you still kind of keep it organic. Do you go home to record?
Yeah, I've recorded songs. I record a lot of songs at my home studio.
Yeah.
I record in LA. I've recorded in New York. I've recorded in London, Atlanta, Toronto. So we've been all over.
You got a preference?
I still like to work in the home studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm most comfortable there.
Hope you had a good time. Hope we could de-stress you a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, y'all. You know who it is, the D Block General. Yo, it's poppin'. Kendrick Lamar right here outside the booth. DJBooth TV.
DJBooth.net. You watching Outside the Booth TV.